I love being a rebel. I really do. I don't love rebellion, but I love being against the dispensation of this earth that is evil, that is destructive, hurtful, that wants to really, really injure humanity. I don't like that at all. And this is one of the reasons that I'm always for the underdog. I'm always for those who are trying to build something and do something special and great, and they're being fought against. Or, you know, I hate censorship. I hate people that are tyrannical in their approach. Hate's a strong word, and I apologize. You know, you've got to, in life, you've got to live your truth, no matter what it is. Because to be honest with you, you can't play by other people's rules. You can't play by other people's rules. You just can't do it. Because everybody has got rules of control. Everybody's got control rules. They got rules that they use to control you. That's it. Right? If you're not controllable, they don't like it. They don't like you. I have been caught in this crossfire, and you know, there's this amazing thing, right? You can either be very, very likable, or you're not likable, right? So I know how to be likable. I know how to turn it on and make sure likability works. But I also know that sometimes I genuinely, me personally, I feel like this person, I see through them. I know they're fake. I don't have to be nice to this person, you know, but I have to, of course. In life, we've got to be nice to everybody. But last night, I was at an event, and maybe I should say it. Yeah, let's say it. Whatever, you know. I went to a Catholic church. Now, I did it. I don't know why we did it. There were a few of us, and we decided, you know what, we like the music. Apparently the music there was supposed to be very good. And I said, sure, let's go. It's nice to hear the old hymns again, right? Old biblical sung at church hymns of Sunday school. So I thought, let's do it. You know, why not? Let's do it. He also has a friend that plays keyboard there. And he said, look, let's just go. So I thought, good, let's do it. We arrived, and oppressive atmosphere. I could feel the almost like we had just entered into the twilight zone. People were in lockstep. They were not thinking for themselves, when we from the back were singing a little bit loudly and with one or two claps. We really felt uncomfortable, I must be honest. They turned back at us. Nobody turned back at us. Nobody, not one person. No, that's true. I was going to say they turned back, but I was actually going to mean they didn't turn back at us. I expected everybody to turn back to see us, but nobody turned back on us. Nothing. It was almost like they were too afraid to look back. Eventually, we went up for communion, which I love. I love the idea of communion, and we have it in our church. But for whatever reason, we went up to collect the wafer, and then we were reprimanded for it. Can you believe it? The priest afterwards reprimanded all of us because he said, "You are not a member of the Catholic Church. You get the blessing, the priest's blessing." And he crossed his arms over his chest. I don't know what that means. You get the priestly blessing, but you can't take communion. I'm like, hey, that's not right. That's not very Christian. In my church, we take communion. Everybody takes communion. It doesn't matter who they are. And he goes, well, we're not Christian. We're Catholic. And I was like, well, that makes it clear, doesn't it? You know, but there was this one woman who, she showed up out of nowhere. She just suddenly appeared and she went, who are you? Like, where do you guys come from? And I'm like, oh, that's welcoming committee. I thought you guys would be very friendly. She was like, where are you from? Like, what church? I was like, oh, it's another church, really. Don't worry about it. But, you know, I kind of gave her sort of a name of a church, but I didn't really want them to link me back to, because I really felt oppressed in that atmosphere. Anyway, she was like, the way she looked at me, I was like, I honestly thought if she could have shot me, she would have shot me. You know, it was really that bad. And then I started to realize there's some seriously dark energy inside of this church. What am I saying here? Like, well, what's the reason for this recording? The reason for this recording is there's a point in your life where, you know, the reason that you might be friendly is because you don't want any trouble, is because you're living Christ's truth here on earth. You want to show forgiveness and love and goodness and kindness. But I must be honest, it's not every single day that I feel like that. I mean, I want to feel like that every single day. But there's something inside me that feels like these people, when somebody is fake, I have no time for fake. Anyway, it's a sad state of affairs. It's a very sad state of affairs. Boy, whatever. Life is interesting. I don't want to say the word whatever because it's very bad attitude when I say whatever. But it just makes me feel sad. It really does, actually, sometimes. It really does. That we can't just really always just express ourselves, We hold so much of our feelings, our negativity in, we shouldn't. It's so bad for us. Express yourself. Find yourself in a place of freedom, financial freedom, total freedom. Say and do what you want to do, really, honestly. And that, that sounds evil, doesn't it? Do what thou wilt, which we know is satanic. I don't want to go there. That's not what I meant. What I meant is there's so much judgmentality in the world and such brokenness and such hurt that you just want to, sometimes you just want to live your life, without any of this judgmentality there all the time from people. I love you guys. I really do. I shouldn't be negative, and I don't know why I'm feeling down. I do know why I'm feeling down. My partner was horrible to me this morning. Really horrible. She was like, I'm moving house. I don't think you should come with us. I'm like, are you kidding me? How's that for being a traitor to the family? I was like, look, I didn't want to say anything. I just got out. Just got out of there. Sad? Yep, I'm sad.